Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with, oh my, the 20 CD box devoted to Irmgard Seefried. This is for like opera and lieder people, seriously, because she was an absolutely wonderful soprano. Another one of those singers who was beloved, and deservedly so. She had everyone loved her. She had no attitude. She was a natural, wonderful singer with an effortless delivery. Although she was a high soprano, she actually sang some of the famous mezzo roles. One of her most noteworthy, at least where I first got to hear her, was as the composer in the Karian Ariadne of Naxos on EMI. And she's just marvelous. She's absolutely wonderful. She really inhabited whatever roles she took on. She was a frequent partner of Elisabeth Schwarzkopf, and they got along, which is always really nice. I mean, she was an admired colleague. She was married to the German violinist Wolfgang Schneiderhan, and she died in 1988, I believe. She was only 69. She didn't have a long life, which is really rather sad, but she left an amazing legacy of opera and lieder recordings. And some of the opera sets that she participated in are very well known. So let's go through the 20 CDs here and see what we get, because she was a thing. And if you don't know her, and you may not, because she really belongs to the immediate post-war generation of great German opera singers and lieder singers, and you don't have the complete opera sets that she did, which we made mostly in like the 60s, in that era, 60s and 70s. Well, you're in for a treat. This is obviously a set worth hearing, although I do wish that, well, we'll get to that in a minute, because I wish that they'd included complete recordings in which she participates and not just the little bits that she does, because she needs to be heard in context. It's always better, that way, although the arias and things like that are fine. But, she specialized in Mozart and Strauss, but she did a lot more than that. So we begin with CD1. Yes, CD1, which was recorded in 1950. Is this 58? 48? 58? Wait a minute. Okay, let's see what this is. 58. Yes, of course. That's good. These are all Deutsche Grammophon recordings, or mostly anyway. Mozart songs, people don't know it all, with Erich Werber, who is the piano accompanist. He worked with her quite frequently. And Schumann's Frauenliebe und Leben. And I have to say, straight out, she is one of the very few singers who can do Frauenliebe und Leben and not make me want to run away screaming because the poetry is so stupid. It's awful. But she really inhabits the role, and it's a very moving performance. She's just lovely in that music. She really is. Then we've got Schubert lieder. Like a lot of the famous ones. You've got the Mignon lieder in here. And, let's see, what else have we got? Well, the Trout is on here, and An die Musik is one of these things. Okay, so you've got lots of popular Schubert songs. She was such a good lieder singer. She really was. I mean, the best kind of lieder singing is the kind that doesn't sound operatic. It doesn't sound like you're delivering something with a very sort of artificial declamation and you know what I mean. It's like somebody should just get up and sing. And she does. She gets up and she sings, even though all the artistry is there. I mean, you understand that you're dealing with a real artiste. She's not just, in the shower singing, but it's not mannered, and the delivery is beautiful, and she really gets the text and enunciates. She does all the right things. It's just terrific. What do we got here? Some Schubert lieder. Oh, we have the King of Thule and Gretchen am Spinnrad. Oh, that's so much fun. And let's see, Schumann's Gedichte der Königin Maria Stuart. Well, that's interesting. I mean, she really dug into that lieder repertoire. And then we got a bunch of Brahms lieder, again with Erich Werber. So, yeah, that's fun. These are going to fall all over the place. I just know it. I'm going to have a disaster on my hands. Wait a minute. Let me just organize myself. Okay, maybe we'll survive. Poem, song and poem, and poetry. And this is Schumann, Lied und Dichtung, Schumann lieder. A whole bunch of those with Oscar Werner, Sprecher. He's spreching, so that's all kind of fun. So you've got, oh yes, I see. You've got like poetry readings and things like that along with lieder and whatnot. So, if you want to hear a Sprecher, go ahead. It's not my thing. Brahms, Liebeslieder waltzes and the Neue Liebeslieder waltzes. Oh, this is so charming. Actually, you get the Liebeslieder waltzes twice. The first set. First with Seefried, and let's see who else is doing this. Magnifying glass. Let's see. Raleigh Kostia, Waldemar Kment, Eberhard Fechter. Well, we know all those people. With Eric Verba and Gunther Weissenborn, piano. And then for the other one, oh, this one's famous, yes. With Irmgard Seefried, Kathleen Ferrier, Julius Patzak, Horst Günther, and Clifford Curzon and Hans Gall, piano. Ooh, that's like legendary. It really is. It's really cool to have that back. And what's this one? Sings Lieder von Johannes Brahms und Richard Strauss and Peter Cornelius, and with Eric Verba again. And Strauss is, let's see, for the Strauss stuff, you've got Morgan, and let's see, anything else anyone knows very well? Stanchen, well, we know that one. And in the Brahms case, we've got Die Weihnacht, I think some people know that, and Der Tod, das ist die Kühle Nacht, Opus 96, number 1, and his Stanchen, that's in there too. Peter Cornelius's Weihnachtslieder, Christmas songs, which are just lovely. 3 Deutsche Volkslieder by Brahms. It's just a wonderful selection of lieder thingies. And this one is more lieder. We've got Ellen's Gesang 3 by Schubert and Seligkeit, which is lovely. The O von Ewiger Liebe by Brahms. We all know that by heart, don't we? Go sing it in the shower. Richard Strauss, Wiegenlied, and some other things. Schlechtes Wetter, oh yeah. Bad weather. Stormy weather. Stormy weather. Yeah, da, da. No, it's not that stormy weather. And some Hugo Wolf and Max Reger and Hindemith. Oh, wow. 3 sacred motets for soprano and piano. A big work. 16 minutes. Boy, oh boy. I haven't heard that forever. And she's doing it with her husband, Wolfgang Schneiderhan, in Reger's Maria Wiegenlied. Solo violin and piano. Again with Eric Verba. And Werner Eck. 4 songs with Werner Eck conducting the Bavarian Radio Symphony Orchestra. Yeah, when was the last time you played that? Hugo Wolf. Yes, she does a lot of Hugo Wolf. Really, really beautifully, I will say. We've got, let's see, poems by Edward Morica. Oh, the Morica Lieder, yes. And the Italian Lieder book selections with Oscar Werner Sprecher and Eric Verba. And here we've got the Spanish Lieder book. Oh gosh, that's like lots of that. Selections with Eberhard Wechter, baritone. She had wonderful colleagues. She really did. I mean, they are the cream of the Lieder crop for the day. And the Italian Lieder book, this is like the whole thing, 74 minutes worth of it. And with Fischer Dieskau and Jörg Demus doing his piano, his numbers. She does the soprano stuff. Fischer Dieskau obviously does not do the soprano stuff. Maybe he does. Who knows? Then we've got, let's see, Lieder and poems by Goethe. Okay, with songs by Mozart, Beethoven, Schubert, Schumann, Wolf, and more Schubert. Wow, baby! Oh yes, we have Gretchen am Spinnrad again, and Ganymede, and Der König in Tula, and all that stuff. So from Faust, and what's this thing? Liederabend. Oh, we have a Liederabend. Can't have too many of those. Schubert, Brahms, Mussorgsky. Oh my goodness. Yes, his nursery. Mussorgsky's The Nursery. Bartok's Village Scenes. Hugo Wolf and Richard Strauss. She had a wide repertoire. She really, that's a beautiful recital, that Liederabend thing. It really is, because it's such a well-chosen selection and so highly varied. It's just marvelous. Then we've got Bach. Let's see. We've got a Bach cantata. This is with the Wiener Symphoniker and Ferdinand Leitner. Remember him? We have the cantata Weichet nur berühmte Schatten. The wedding cantata. That's easier, isn't it? Betrübte. Pardon me, not berühmte. Betrübte. Respighi's Il Tramonto. That's fun to have. And let's see. You also have the Mozart Divertimento in F major with the Festival Strings of Lucerne. That's this first part with Rudolf Baumgarten and a bit of, let's see, Così fan tutti arias. It just says arias. You want to find out which arias they are? Then we need to look at CD 13, which I will look up immediately for your delectation. And I think they are, is this them? Let's see, CD 13. There they are. Let's see, what have we got here? Oh, Comiscolio. Okay, that's fine. And it's Fiordiligi arias, Per Pietà. That's what they are. So there you go. Then, oh, yes, I remember this. Of course, Handel and Mozart. Arias from Giulio Cesare with Karl Böhm and the Berlin Radio Symphony and Fischer Dieskau. And then arias from Così fan tutti. This is the Joachim Così, the complete opera. It's excerpts from that. And you've got 30 minutes of it. And then Così sung in German with Ferdinand Leitner. Some more arias. We'll just know that they're there. We don't have to talk about which ones, I don't think. Here we've got Mozart stuff. Okay. Yes, Mozart arias. We've got L'Amero Sarò Costante, with Schneiderhan violin, and Ferdinand Leitner again with the Vienna Symphoniker. There we go. And Non temere amato bene, Mozart concert arias. They're just lovely, lovely works. And then bits of Don Giovanni from the Friccioli complete recording of the opera, which is a lovely performance, a wonderful, wonderful complete set. And the Friccioli Marriage of Figaro, which had like Maria Stodder and Herta Topper and, Fischer Dieskau and people like that. These were from the late 50s and early 60s, these complete opera sets. And of course, Friccioli's, opera performances are de rigueur. If you are a Mozartian, you've got to hear them. What is this stuff? Romantic heroines. She's doing romantic heroines. Okay. Let's see. Oh, she's doing Carmen. Let's see. Michaela, actually. Je dis que rien ne m'épouvante. Yes, she's that. And Ambrose Thomas, scenes from Mignon with Jean Fournet and the Lamoureux Orchestra. Leitner and the Vienna Symphony do the Carmen stuff. Lortzing's Wildschutz with Ernst Haefliger and the Bamberg Symphony under Christoph Stepp, 2 P's. And Freischütz excerpts with Joachim, with Irmgard Seefried and Rita Streich and Richard Holm. There's that one. Beethoven and Richard Strauss. Beethoven Fidelio bits, the Friccioli Fidelio, bits of that. She was Marcelina, which isn't terribly interesting, frankly. From Ariadne of Naxos, where she is. This is the Karl Böhm version with Lisa Della Casa and Paul Schiffler and famous people like that. And Rosenkavalier excerpts, again with Bohm and the Staatskapelle Dresden. Then we've got a disc of sacred music. Here it is. Excerpts from the Karl Richter St. Matthew Passion, which are lovely to hear. And Haydn's Die Schöpfung with Igor Markevich in the Berlin Phil. And Gounod's St. Cecilia Mass, an excerpt from the Gloria with the Czech Phil and Markevich. Oh, they should have just given us the whole St. Cecilia Mass. That's so wonderful. And so's the creation and all that other stuff. It would be so good to have these. But then the set would start to grow exponentially. And I guess, I get that. I really do. And then we've got, what's this? Eric Verba, accompanist. Songs for soprano. Oh, Eric Verba accompanies you, it's called. Yes, Eric Verba begleitet Sie. That's it. Songs by Mozart, Strauss, Brahms, Wolf, Schubert, and Schumann. So that's like interesting. We have those. And last but not least, oh my goodness, Seefried, a self-portrait, which they translate as it's ein Selbstportrait, which they for some reason translate Irmgard Seefried in person by herself. I don't know. I think self-portrait is like really pretty clear. I really, really do. And she talks about these things. She narrates and then sings. And it's got, excerpts from like some of the stuff we've just talked about. But anyway, there you go. 20 CDs. An exceptional legacy. An exceptional legacy from an exceptional singer. And if you are one of those vocal people then I recommend this very strongly. You probably have the complete opera sets. They're in other boxes. The Markevich stuff is in the Markevich box, and the Free Choice stuff is in the Free Choice box. And, we get the usual amount of duplication, but these leader recitals and the original stuff for voice and piano with Eric Verba and the things with her husband accompanying her, it's beautiful stuff. Lovely, lovely, lovely discs from a first-class singer. So Irmgard Seefried, consider it. Consider it. It's musically top-notch, quality-wise. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.